welcome back to my YouTube channel, and this is basically a special edition because I'm going to try to make my uploads on Wednesdays, but I was getting like an overwhelming response about me doing a Q&A, and so that's what this is. This is a Q&A. I printed out all of your questions, I condensed them, and so I'm probably not necessarily going to be reading like so-and-so asked this, because a lot of the questions were kind of the same. So I'm just going to try to like block it off and do like little times of our lives and like kind of give like answers. So hopefully an explanation will answer lots of questions at once. First one is an embarrassing story and what was my childhood like, and let's see, favorite holiday. So I'm going to cover that. So I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I was not a very cool kid. That probably, if they had diagnosed people back in the day, I would have been diagnosed with ADHD. I am so sure of it. I was a spaz and I was not very cool. My favorite holiday is Halloween because I love to dress up. So this is, hold on a second, I'm like freezing the fan, hold on. There we go. Where I grew up, at the time, elementary school was 1st through 7th grade, and then you went to high school in 8th grade, so it was 8th through 12th. And you know, in elementary school you dress up for Halloween, and so my neighborhood, my dad used to always dress up and kind of scare the kids, and he was Silverman. You would not know who Silverman is because he is a made-up character. He has a silver face, and my dad would like tease his hair up and spray it silver and wear something black. And so I decided to go as Silverman's daughter to school on Halloween. And you know, remember, nobody knows who this is, so I painted my face silver, teased my hair, painted it silver, and wore all black, and I went to high school. And to find out, nobody dresses up for Halloween at high school, and so I had to walk around all day in that whole silver get up, and there was nothing I could do. I couldn't like wash my face or do anything. I just had to go all day with silver everywhere. Anyway, so there you go. So there's if I grew up dancing, like took dance classes, and yes, I did take dance classes when I was a younger girl. I've always enjoyed dancing, and I actually used to teach fitness classes up in Troy, and it involved dancing. And I'm probably going to make some videos like that down the road. Did I do any sports in high school? Yes, I did. I played soccer, and I was a cheerleader. Age of first kiss? I think 14. I think so. I think I was 14. Did I go to college? Yes, I went to a technical school and got a cosmetology degree, and am a licensed cosmetologist. That means I can do hair, skin, nails. I think at the time I would probably say we were probably lower middle class, and there was just no money to like just outright send me to college. So going to a technical school was my my college. And so some of you that are in that situation, don't think like, oh man, I can't go to college. A technical degree really is a great thing, and it supported us while my husband was going to college, and even now I still cut all of their hair. I do my hair. I haven't been to a hairdresser since I think I was working in a salon. So there you go. How did I meet Kim? My family always used to go to a family Christian retreat, and that was in Lookout Mountain, Tennessee. And so when I was 17, he went as a counselor. We hit it off. And I'm from the Atlanta area, and he lives in like central South Florida. So he went back, and we would write back and forth every so often. Back then you didn't have cell phones or anything like that, so it was like you would have to write it out on a piece of paper and mail it. So we did that for a full year. The next year we both returned, and because he was moving up to North Florida to go to Florida State for his college degree, we decided maybe we would see if like the long distance dating thing would work, and that's what we did. And so we dated for 1 year, then we got engaged, and then got married a year later. I was 20 when I got married, and Ken was 22 when he got married, and 24 when he was born. And just, I had him, and I just couldn't imagine putting him in a daycare. I just wanted to hold him all the time. And nothing against working moms, because they make a sacrifice, and then stay-at-home moms make sacrifices. It's just, it's tough either way. Either way is definitely difficult. And so I had Luke at 24. I had Cole at 26. I had Jack when I was 28. And I had Clay when I was 29. I thought we would have 3, and then I think when we had like Luke and Cole, we thought it'd be kind of cool to have like maybe 4 kids. So we thought we'd have 2 and then 2. And I got pregnant with Jack when Cole was just a year, and I got pregnant with Clay when Jack was just a year, which is crazy because I was still breastfeeding them. But yeah, so I had 4 babies in yes, 5.5 years. I thought I was done. 4 kids, 4 boys, just, that was perfect. And then a few years later, all the guys wanted me to have another baby. I didn't want to, because, not that I don't like having babies, but I gained 50 to 60 pounds with each baby. My last 2 at that point have been over 9 pounds. And I had 3 babies with no stretch marks, no nothing, and my 4th one is where I got the stretch marks and all the stuff. And I just really didn't want to go through that again, but then there was a part of me that felt that it was pretty selfish of me to not want to bring a life into the world just because I didn't want to, you know, get fat. No, I'm not saying that pregnant women are fat, but I just get huge. And so we decided to go ahead and have another one. I also was thinking at that point here I had 4 boys, and I never wanted a girl, but now it's to the point in my life that I thought maybe having a daughter would be kind of fun. And because I was just doing so much boy stuff and just boys, and I thought that it'd be kind of fun to have a girl. Ended up having another boy, obviously Tate, and I kind of thought we were done, but I was nursing, and I don't take birth control pills while I'm nursing, and I got pregnant again with Lily. And at that point I was like, I don't care what this child is, whether boy or girl, I am done. And so I just assumed that she was going to be a boy because that's all I had, and there was no way it was going to be anything different. The tech types on the screen, it's a girl. And I did, I cried. I couldn't believe it was a girl. I think all the boys were in there. They were all shocked that it was a girl. And I almost felt like the ultrasound was wrong. And so when she was born, I was like, is she a girl? Is she a girl? And yeah, she was a girl. Easiest delivery probably might have been Cole, Jack, and Tate. Hardest, I'm probably gonna have to say Luke, only because I ended up going natural with him, so I felt all of that. Clay was pretty tough. His shoulders got stuck, and I did feel that. And Lily, she came really fast, and my labors and deliveries are super fast. And so, for example, for Clay and Lily, that epidural didn't fully kick in, so I was able to feel, like with Clay, feel the bones, and Lily, I don't know, like I just went into panic mode, which is crazy because she was a 6th child, but she was coming so fast and your body's wanting to push, and my doctor wasn't there, and I just went into like a complete panic, and they had to calm me down. So did I have any miscarriages? I have not had any, but I was on bed rest with Luke, and for the last 2 I had to take progesterone for the first trimester because I was spotting. Do I want more kids? No. No. How did I get my body back after having kids? I gained 50 to 60 pounds with each baby, and I breastfed all of my kids from between 14 months to 2.5 years. I think for myself, my body really burns through calories when I'm nursing, so even though I gained a lot of weight, I did lose the weight pretty quickly with my first 5, just from breastfeeding alone. With Lily, oh, and I should say this, with the boys, I kind of kept more of a straight up and out figure. With Lily, she changed my body. My hips got a little wider, and because I was 39, the weight did not come off as quickly. So with Lily, I actually did have to go back into the gym. I should say this too. With the first 3, I continued to work out and worked out after I had them. When I had the 4th one, it was just really tough for me to get into the gym. So I didn't go to the gym for probably a good 10 years. I was just able to maintain my weight through, eating properly. But whenever I had Lily, that just didn't work, and I ended up having to go into the gym, burn some calories, and even because now I'm in my 40s, and I really had to even make my diet even more strict. So, what were my thoughts when Cole started getting famous? I don't even know if I had an Instagram or Vine, or I think I had Facebook, and so I really didn't know what all of this was, I'll be completely honest. And I don't know, I don't know if I could say I was excited, like always getting famous, or just like, wow, this is cool. I'm kind of like the type of person that I'm just like, hey, let's just see like what happens. Like, we can go down this path, and if it works, great. If it doesn't, at least like you tried it. And so I was more like that, like, hey, give it a shot. If it doesn't work, at least you tried. But what if you don't give it a shot? Then you're always gonna wonder. So I guess I go through life like that like it's at least give something a shot, because what if you don't? And then you always look back and you're like, gosh, I wish I had done that. So that's kind of like my thoughts about Cole when he started to get famous. And it was funny whenever we would go places and people want to take pictures with him, and that's kind of hilarious. Oh, let me go back a little bit too. I'm kind of going back. I was asked to give personality traits of each child, and what made me think about that is that I need to tell you, our 4th son, Clay, was actually probably Instagram famous before Cole ever was. And because he was the 4th and he's the youngest of the 4 brothers, the other 3 really did ridicule him a lot, like, oh, pretty boy taking selfies. But that kid had he had a following before any of us did. So check him out, Clay Ryan 1314. But and I do have 6 kids. I was asked that. Their ages are 22, 20, 19, 17, 11, and 8. Personalities of each child. I'm just going to kind of do this quickly. I would say that Luke was always more of the tender-hearted, very sweet, tender-hearted boy. Cole was always the rule follower. If the boys were not doing what they were supposed to, he made sure that they were. And so he was really responsible. We could like ask him to like watch like taking Lily little, when we had them, and I always knew that he would. Jack is our tough one. Obviously, he's a Marine, but it is funny that you had like your first 2, they're just like sweet and kind, and then Jack comes out and he's just like, let's go against the world. Super sweetheart, but he's my bruiser. And so I'll tell you this, do not get on his bad side. But he's a Marine, so there you go. Clay, I would say Clay is more, I call him more of our jokester, prankster. He loves animals, and so I think that's kind of cool, so I kind of feel that's the direction he's going to go in. Tate, he's only 11, but definitely probably very similar to Luke and Cole, very tender-hearted, kind kid, rule follower, does well in school. And then Lily, she's just a sweetheart. Being a girl, to be honest with you, I kind of want her brothers to toughen her up a little bit, because she's really sweet, and I worry that mean girls will run over her. So I do let the boys kind of mess with her a little bit, because I want her to learn how to tell people no, and if she doesn't want to do something, she can say no, and I want her to do what she wants to do and not, follow the crowd. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Amazing Race. They picked Cole because of a social media famous season, and I just thought like, wow, that's so cool that he's going to get to do the Amazing Race. And so then when the producers chose me to be his partner, I felt very badly for him, because what kid is going to want to travel the world with his mom, because he just left for college. And also, I mean, he's super close with his dad and very close with Luke, and I just thought that he just would have had a much better experience going with them. But they wanted me. So then I was like super nervous about messing up. I didn't want to mess it up and get us eliminated. But doing the race with Cole is definitely one of the highlights of my life. We had a great time. It was good because, like I told you, I'm kind of like, let's just see how this works. So that's kind of like with each leg, it was like, well, let's just see if we can make it to the next leg, and let's just see if we can make it to the next leg. And that's what we did, and we had a great time. I had, I think probably one of the funnest things was I really enjoyed racing the camels. I don't know, I just thought that like, I was like so like cool. So I enjoyed racing the camels. When I got to paraglide over the French Alps, that was just amazing. I was kind of afraid because I thought like a strong wind could come and like blow me, and then like I'm just gonna like smash into the mountain. So I pushed out that fear. I was able to enjoy the beauty. So those were a couple of really cool things that I got to do on the race. Would I do Amazing Race if I was ever asked? Yes, I would love to do the Amazing Race again if I was ever asked. It's an incredible experience, and I almost feel like I know we came in second, but I feel like I would go in there with a little bit more confidence, because definitely, that was another question, how did the race change my life? I feel like the race probably gave me a little bit more confidence that I definitely needed, and it was a great experience for me. Countries and states that I have visited, and where have I always lived in Alabama? No, I was born in Alabama, grew up around the Atlanta area in Georgia, lived in Florida for a little bit, and then we moved to Alabama. We've been here. I do like Alabama. It's an absolutely beautiful state. I actually do like the weather because I like it to be warm, but I'm to a point where I'm ready to move. And yeah, if we got a job to move to California, that would be fine. I definitely want to live in a warmer climate, so California, Florida, Georgia are probably about the only places that I want to go, because I like the Southeast, but if we had to move far out, then California would be fine. So these are the states I have visited. I did print out a map because I just knew I couldn't name them all off. So because I got a lot of people that have said, have you been to this state? Have you been to this state? So that's just the easiest way for me to do it. I have been to California, Arizona, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, Kentucky, Indiana, Michigan, Maryland, Massachusetts, and Connecticut. Those are the states I've been in. So if yours isn't on there, then that's it. And I've been to Nebraska. Would I want to visit your state if it wasn't listed? Yes, I would love to visit all states eventually one day. I think that'd be great. Countries I've been to. I've been to the Cayman Islands. I've been to just recently the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, Costa Rica, Panama, Mexico, Colombia, Switzerland, France, Armenia, Georgia, Dubai, which is actually the United Arab Emirates, Indonesia, China, and obviously the United States. Never been to Canada. I would love to visit Canada. I like the beach and just like to hang out on the beach, so that would probably be great. Now, this whole part is about Cole, Everly, and Savannah. What did I think about Cole getting married and so young? So if your question was around all of just that, it's about them three. Yes, I did feel that they were moving very quickly. He met her, he was only 19. And he came back from California and he was already talking about marrying her. And so then I was nervous that he was going to fall really hard for her and then even fall hard for Everly. And then in a few months that she would break up with him and break his heart. Yeah, I mean, I worried about that. But I just figured that if that happened, that that's just part of life. And so I wasn't going to try to talk him into it or out of it. It's just, again, it's just like if that's your journey that you're supposed to go through in your life, then that was a journey that he needed to take. And what did I think when I met Savannah and Everly? I mean, okay, so I will tell you, it's, he's 20 and he's married. And I feel that's really young, and also to be a dad. But man, I really love Savannah and Everly, and I'm not just saying that, I really do. I met them, just incredibly sweet. Like the videos that you see of them, that is not fake. That is just really how they are. Savannah and I get along immediately. In fact, there's like a lot of things that she and I are very similar. It's kind of funny. And then Everly cracks me up. I am not like, I'm a grandma now. I am not your typical grandma. So I love the fact that Everly can be a little bit gross, and so she and I will make like gross faces to each other, or like she's eating pistachio nuts out of the sand, and I'm just like, yeah, you go, girl. You eat those sand pistachio nuts. So Everly just cracks me up, and I'm glad to have them a part of our family. And all of us fell in love with her immediately, with both of those girls immediately. And even like my family, like the LaBrants, and I'm a Lewis, the Lewises, they just absolutely adore both of them. Somebody did ask, what do I think about Everly's dad? I will say this, I don't know him. I've only met his mom, and she was the absolute sweetest. We talked for a long time. We sat next to each other because we were watching Everly's competition. So her grandmother is super sweet lady, loves Everly. And so what do I think of Everly's dad? Like I said, I don't know him, but I do want to say that I truly appreciate the way that he has been towards my son Cole, because I do understand that it is just a tough situation, because now you have a dad and a stepdad, and I'm glad to see that they can work together, because I personally feel that's the best thing for Everly, is to have two daddies that absolutely adore her, and that they get along, and they realize that each man wants the best for Everly. And so I don't know if he's ever going to watch this, but if he does, I just want to say thank you as Cole's mom for being cool with Cole and y'all working together. And I should say this too, because nobody asked about Savannah's mom, but absolutely love Deborah. This kind of goes a little bit towards the wedding, but the wedding was absolutely gorgeous. And my hat goes off to Deborah, because I can tell you right now, if I had to plan the wedding, it would not have looked anything like that. We would be eating off of paper plates, probably having some barbecue with some plastic forks and some sweet tea and some lemonade and plastic cups. So Savannah and her mom just made the wedding look amazing, and I just don't know how she did it. I couldn't have ever pulled it off. So Deborah is just like super cool woman too, and absolutely gorgeous. Like if you wonder where Savannah got her looks, from her mom, because she is drop dead gorgeous. Everly calls me and Ken, she calls me Cece, and Ken is Popcorn. Do I want Cole and Savannah to have more children? Yes, I do, but I do not want them to have them now. I personally would like for them to finish college. You know how moms are. Do I want them to have more kids? I do, but I would like for them to like kind of enjoy their marriage as newlyweds, especially because they got married so quickly. And there's just, that first year just even dating, it's just like wonderful and perfect. And, now they're gonna move in together, buy a house. They have a kid, and so I just know it's gonna, there's just lots of changes that are coming ahead. So I want them to have more kids, but maybe just wait just a little bit. But it's their life, they can do whatever they want. This is a Q&A for me, so there you go. Okay, will Cole adopt Ev, and will they change her last name? Cole can't adopt Everly because she has a dad. So Cole won't. She has a dad that's active in her life. So no, I don't think that's going to happen. And will they change her last name? I just really don't know. Again, that just is more, between them two, and that's their decision. I try not to get involved in those sort of things. What did I think of the wedding? What was my favorite part? I think I said a little earlier, the wedding was absolutely gorgeous. I couldn't believe how beautiful it was. And there was no favorite part. It's just like, seriously, I was like, I'm there and I'm like in awe of like all of this. I thought it was amazingly sweet and beautiful, and I mean, I don't know if it could have been any more perfect. Was I nervous to do the mother-son dance? No. No, it was just like, let's do it. Now, if it was I'm just gonna leave it at that because y'all haven't watched it. No, I was not nervous. I just didn't want to cry my eyes out. Do we do meet and greets, and will we come to your city to do a meet and greet? They do meet and greets. We've done them in Birmingham, California, and Atlanta. But now that Cole's in California, we're here. It's just, I mean, maybe another one will be scheduled, but those aren't really that easy to do. So maybe, I don't know, we don't have anything planned out. Why am I a vegetarian? I've been a vegetarian for almost a year now, and I've always loved animals, and it's always gnawed on me a little bit about eating animals, how they're kept. I'm not going to go into that, but it's always something that's bothered me. It sounds awful. I love hamburgers, so it was like the one reason why I never gave up meat. But I just decided to just go ahead and do it because I read a lot of stuff, and it sounds like, in my opinion, I don't, for debate, but it seems like it's healthier to be a vegetarian, or I am actually a pescatarian. And for myself, it has worked really well. I have no problem with people that hunt, being in Alabama. It's just, I think the thought of how animals, that aren't free to roam, like fish at least are free to roam, some around, but like cows and pigs and chickens, just the way they're kept. And then like if they have kids, like baby pigs are taken from their parents. I don't know, just the whole thing kind of bothered me, and it just has made me feel better with my conscience and just my body to be this way. And for those of you that meat eaters, that's fine. My whole family are meat eaters. I'm the only one that isn't. So, and what about, am I going to have a big garden? No, because I'm really not naturally good at this. I'm just desperately trying to keep the 7 plants I have alive. So there's no way I could ever have a huge garden. Favorite sports? Probably my most favorite sport, if I'm gonna have to watch one, would be football. I can enjoy watching football, but I can take it or leave it. It's just really no big deal. Did I enjoy being a sub? Yes and no. I like seeing the kids, but you just kind of sit there and, I don't know. I think, okay, so y'all are all kids, I don't know, most of you are probably kids. I need to tell you that your teachers, that's a tough job that they have, because they're trying to teach you all and y'all don't want to learn. And so really, try to be cool to your teachers, because it's a tough job that they have, and they're trying to educate you, and just that way, because that way you can be smarter and go to college and just get trained to have a good job and a good career. So it's a hard job, and so I don't know, I'd probably rather do hair because it's just more fun, because I get to chit chat. But as a teacher, I got to be all prim and proper, and I'm just not. I'm still spazzy. So there we go. I could only eat sweets for the rest of my life, or pizza for the rest of my life. Pizza, sweets, or chips for the rest of my life. I would choose chips any day. Favorite movies, books, TV show. I'm just gonna kind of put them all in the same genre. I absolutely love horror. I love to read anything that's super scary. I love to watch scary movies. I love to watch scary shows. So I don't have anything in particular that's my outright favorite, but I just love really scary movies. I used to actually really enjoy war movies, and then when my boys started turning 18, I watch the horror movies now, and all I see are my sons fighting, and so those are now off my list of movies I like. I like horror movies, but I definitely don't like war movies anymore like I used to. My thoughts about empowering women. I think that the way that women empower ourselves is that I think we need to really lift each other up. I'm kind of surprised at times when I read comments about, another girl, and, usually it's a young girl, attacking me because maybe, my bikini is too small in their opinion, or they think I'm too old and I shouldn't be doing something or whatever. I just don't think that, I think women, a lot of times I think we can attack each other, and that's probably a huge pet peeve of mine. I think that being a woman has amazing things to me, but being a woman, especially around the world, I mean, we've really had to fight for us to have freedom, for us to have rights. I mean, there are women in the world that can't even drive a car, and so we need to lift each other up. Sadly, I cannot say I'm a feminist because many of you probably know I am a little bit more center right in politics, and so I am pro-life, and I just can't support women tearing other women down because of our political opinions. And I feel at the moment that is a big divide amongst women. I think we have two groups of women that are going at each other, and I feel that we should be able to come together and lift each other up, and maybe that'll happen one day. But here's a tough subject, and I may not go much into this, and I would just ask for you probably to respect my wishes on this, but it's about my religion, and I would probably like to keep that more private, and I think that's all I'm going to want to say. So if you asked a lot of questions, I got a few questions on that. I just would like to keep that a little bit more private and not necessarily announce everything on YouTube. If you read my comments here and there, you probably know where I stand, but I just really don't want it to be overly public on a YouTube video. So if you ask a question dealing with anything with God or religion, I just want you to know that I'm not ignoring you, but that's just, I'm keeping that a little bit more private and not putting on YouTube. My siblings' names. I have two brothers, David and Jim. They are much younger than I am. They are 31 and 35. Yeah, 31 and 35. I'm 47. My parents had me as teenagers. They divorced each other, and then I think 10 years later they got remarried back to each other and had my two younger brothers. So both of my brothers are my real brothers. And so if you saw me on the Family Feud, I was on the Family Feud with my mom and dad and my two brothers. And we get along amazingly well. Absolutely love them. They've just grown up to be great men, and we just have a great time when we're all together. We are not a family that fights, and we just understand that relationships are much better than possessions. So yeah, we get along great. My pets and my favorite animals. We have two pets. Kitty is our dog. She's 4 pounds, and she is a Shorkie, that's Shih Tzu and Yorkie mix. And we have a kitten that we got from a rescue shelter, and her name is Biscuit, and she is a mess and absolutely adorable. And so is Kitty. Kitty's adorable too. Do we want any more pets? I mean, I do. I love cats. So my favorite animal are cats. I love cats, and if I could sleep in a bed full of cats, it would make me super happy. And if I could even big huge lions and cheetahs and all those sort of cats, I just wish that they wouldn't tear me up and eat me. But I love cats of all sizes and breeds and everything. Cats are amazing. How many piercings and tattoos do I have? I have my ears pierced and my nose pierced, and then tattoos I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 tattoos. Actually, the one on my back is bigger, but it's kind of like one tattoo and then they added to it. So I don't even know what you would count that 1 or 2. So either I have 6 or 7 tattoos. And will I get more? Probably. How would I describe myself in 5 words? I don't know if I can describe myself in 5 words, but maybe 5 phrases. So I think I'm probably still a little silly. I'll be honest, I think I'm too nice. I kind of wish that maybe I was like a little bit more tough, you know, like kind of like that. So I kind of think I'm too nice. I'm very curious about things, so I definitely like to read. I do like to read a lot, so I'm super curious. When I decide to do something, I kind of go at it at 110%. And so I can kind of get obsessed about things. So if I try something, if I decide I'm going to do it, then I just kind of go at it like crazy. I think kind of goes like if you're going to do it, let's just see how it works. But if you go at it, like go at it hard. So I'm that, and then let's see. And then I think I would say I'm probably tenderhearted. And I kind of wish I wasn't so tenderhearted because, you know, it's kind of one reason why I don't eat animals is because I just like think about the poor little animals. And then I try not to, like I said, I like to read, but I try not to read things about bad things going on around the world because it just really upsets me. So I may cry, like, so I'm a little too tenderhearted, and I just wish that I wasn't. Okay. Yes, I hang out with Billy a lot. What did I think about Cole moving to California? I wasn't overly thrilled about it, but as soon as he came back and he was talking about Savannah, I knew immediately that was going to happen. I knew that he was going to go. Favorite makeup and favorite place to shop. I have lots of makeup that I really like, so I may do a video like kind of talking about the different makeup. Some are drugstore, some are high-end, and so it's mixtures. I may just do a video about that. And probably favorite place to shop, oddly enough, I really like Rue 21. I shop at a lot of places, but it seems like every time I go to Rue 21, I can find stuff. And I will tell you this, I almost 99% of the time I buy stuff on clearance. So I go to their clearance racks and I just start rummaging through and find cute outfits. So most everything you see, you know, me wearing is probably from Rue 21, and I bought it on sale. I'm gonna put this on my lap because some of these, so freeze to death or burn alive. I think I'd maybe rather freeze to death because I think burning alive would be amazingly painful. Sunrise or sunset? Sunset, I'm definitely a night owl, so I'm not going to be awake for sunrise, but sunset, yeah, definitely sunset. My biggest fear is losing one of my kids, having one of them die. That's my biggest fear. Favorite celebrity is, which is probably gonna shock like people that know me, because I always joke around, like pick out like super like hot hunky men, you know. But honestly, like I had to say, probably favorite celebrity, I kind of like Keanu Reeves. I saw like a video of him on a subway, and he gave his seat up for someone, and you know he wasn't doing it so anyone would notice. And I just kind of feel that shows it, like even though he's famous, that he doesn't think he's all that, and he's still humble. I think that's super important, that you know, even though you're famous and a lot of people like you, it's just you've got to remain humble and just, you know, realize that really you're, you know, blessed or lucky that you are where you are, and it's just always important to be nice to people. So he seemed like he may be just like a nice guy all the time. I think that's kind of cool. How did we discipline our kids? Well, my first 4, my boys, definitely spanked their butts, and I would kind of pull their ear and pinch their ears a little bit like that to get their attention. I even did that with Tate. Tried that with Lily, and she screamed like crazy, and so I don't really know how to discipline Lily. It's really difficult, but most of the time she's actually a really good kid, and so yes, I'm probably the boys, if they watch this, are going to be like, oh yeah, I'm way softer on Lily than I am the boys, because I don't know, like, how do you spank that? She's like so precious. And the boys, when they were 4 boys, they fought all the time. It was like cats and dogs. Anyway, favorite social media app? I actually really like Snapchat. because I like all the filters. I would probably go really crazy with the filters, but I don't want to like kill you with like me doing all the filters all the time. But I really think Snapchat's pretty cool. I like their filters, and I like the voice altering, so that's probably my favorite app. Best part of having kids, it's such a age difference. I think it's kind of cool because we really had 4 boys, so we kind of got to be like this all-boy family, and we went camping, baseball tournaments, soccer tournaments, and then now it's like we have a boy and a girl. I mean, that's what we have, but the older boys are grown and basically gone, and now we're like a family of 4, mom, dad, son, daughter. So it's kind of cool it's like almost like we had 2 sets of families, so it's kind of cool. How am I so beautiful? Genetics, and so thank you, Mom and Dad. And I don't think I'm that beautiful. I think I'm pretty and cute. I think probably just that I take care of myself, and and I think I'm hoping that maybe that y'all see that I'm like nice, and that makes me even prettier. Because you like see like a gorgeous woman, but then if she's not nice on the inside, she's not super pretty anymore. So hopefully my insides make me look even more beautiful. Do I shave my thighs? Sorry, these are cracking me up. No, I'm not like a very hairy person. So they're just like, I get just like little tiny blondes. So no. And last question, do I love cold? Yes, I do. I do love cold. Okay, I hope that y'all enjoyed this Q&A. I hope it's exactly what you wanted. And this is going to be really long, and I can't believe that anyone would seriously watch this whole thing. But if you did, man, thumbs up to you, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope it's everything that you wanted. Bye, y'all.